My name is Bill Haley for the government reform called Competitive Police. It is an overall reforms I have within Haley 2024, the movement, where I want to go to competitive governance in many, many aspects of what government currently does, like almost in every aspect, actually. But competitive police, most people think that police is definitely something that cannot be done in the free enterprise system. Well, we do have a lot of private security agencies out there, but I just want to, so it can be, but I want to really enhance that. Now, within competitive police, we're going to make sure we have a significantly better oversight than we currently have. We're going to ensure that the money is there. That's part of this, part of the system, part of the structure I set up, part of the bullet points to make competitive police work. There's going to be there's going to be cooperation. So you don't have police fighting each other. We're going to have a system where they have to be approved by 70% of the representatives of 70% of the people. So it will have the oversight. It will have training. It will have a lot of things. Nobody can just go out there and slap a badge on themselves and say, I'm the police. No, there's a structure, there's oversight, there's authorization to be a police officer and the like. There's a lot of mandates within the system to cooperate and stuff like that. Okay, there are a dozen objections. I'll just mention some of them. And I'm trying to mention some of the requirements I have, some of the bullet points I have to for what this is, that can address it. So there's dozens of objections to the free enterprise system taking over the police. And all those are easily addressed within the simple structure I have. We're only talking a couple dozen, or really a dozen bullet points. Now, obviously, when this is getting seriously looked at, it's going to have to expand into many, many dozens of bullet points and really getting down into the weeds a little bit more. I understand that, and there's a process for that. But it doesn't go much farther than you have competitive police. Everybody's required to pay a police contract to one of the competitive police and the like. And then there's cooperation. There is that requirement that anybody with an inherent danger right then, immediate danger, every police officer has to respond within their guidelines. So just like it is now, if police officer's on duty, oh, you're not part of my contract, I'm not going to help you. No, there's none of that. There's requirements that you help everybody within immediate need, within the regulations and the like, regardless of whether they're in your police protection or not. And as soon as possible, your police protection has to come over and do the investigation, whether it's a theft or assault or whatever the case may be. So your police eventually have to take over within hours, but immediately people are being taken care of. There's a lot more structure to it than that. The cooperation. There will be one main police chief, but they have to work through the local police, the competitive police agencies out there. So there is that structure. There's a way to have monopolized control when necessary, when it's warranted, but they still have to work through the different competitive polices, companies. And if the competitive police there's requirements that they cannot violate civil liberties. So civil liberties are a must. That's part of the oversight and everything. So all that stuff, I'm just talking about the objections right now. And yeah, I'm not talking about just free enterprise, anything goes type of thing. I'm talking about within the system. So we can bring price into the mix. The price of police contracts and the price of the police itself, the salaries and the like, how much you're paying. That's going to come into the mix. So highly important to bring the price mechanism into police. Now, there is some of that already because every police company, every police department has to compete with other cities. Well, if you have one city paying more and another city paying less, well, the better police are going to go to the better paying police. So the worst paying ones are going to get the, well, more inexperienced or police that are not abiding by all the rules well, because the higher paying one gets to be more selective. So there's a lot to it. So we're going to bring the price mechanism in, require cooperation, and there's a lot to it. Anyway, here's a lot of bullet points. If you're on Facebook, you can find that easily. Scroll up or down. And if you're on YouTube or on another platform, please go to haley2024.org. You can read all this stuff and all the bullet points to make sure, hey, is my issue being addressed? And if you don't see it being addressed, it's probably being addressed in there somewhere. The rating system is addressing it. The LEA, the Law Enforcement Authorization Agency, can address it. So the requirements for cooperation will address it. So something with those couple of things right there would address it. The requirement that you have a police contract up to a certain level, and if the crime rate gets higher than a certain level, the police contracts have to go up in price. So you can have more police out there, better police, whatever the case may be. So all of it's being addressed. You might not see it right away, but read it and say, yeah, that part will cover it. Haley2024.org. Please consider a donation, if you will, for all of Haley 2024, the movements, so I can push these ideas out there and get in the world of ideas. Until the next video.